Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Rick here, back again with another journey to £1 million, number 23. I can't believe we've got so far. And today I'm talking about credit cards will be the death of you. And this is in a little mini series I'm now doing within the Journey to a Million series. And this series is on debt and how detrimental debt is to building up any kind of wealth in your life. And I'm just from this one, it's coming from my heart. I don't even have that many notes written about it because it's coming from my heart. I went through this, like debt almost killed me, and credit cards are the worst thing in the world. Credit cards will be the death of you. See, in the journey to building £1 million, making the money is a great thing, and that's a big part of what we talk about making out your money. But I tell you the truth, unless you actually retain that money, unless you can keep that money, unless you can save and invest that money, it's nothing. It's just like you're trying to hold on to water with your two hands, and it's just dripping through. It's just dripping through without understanding this. And debt is like when you have debt in your life, money coming in is like a sieve. That's why, and unfortunately, us poor people, us middle class people, we're the worst ones affected by it. Do you know what? Credit cards are literally stealing your life energy. This is the reason that I refuse any kind of credit card anymore. I never have any credit card. I have painful experience to prove this. A credit card allows you to tap into the life that is ahead of you and basically spend it now. This is in the form of money. Time, your life is basically time. And the time you have in the future, if you forfeit it now in the form of money, borrowing money, and then you have to work for it in the future, you're basically forfeiting it now. And anyone who uses credit cards to pay stuff off needs to hear this message, needs to hear this video. Middle class, rich, black, white, in between, whatever. The people who came up with credit cards, they decided, you know what? How can we take money from people who are poor or who don't have any, the money right now? How can we take more money from them? So they've taken all your money anyway through bills and all that. And they decide, how can we take more? They decide to take the money that you're going to earn tomorrow. That's what a credit card is. That is what the whole credit industry is. You should just understand this. It's a whole thing. They're trying to now that they've taken all the money you have today, they want to take all the money you're going to earn tomorrow. And what they prey on? What do they prey on? They don't force you to give that money. They prey on your greed. They prey on your inability to delay gratification. I'm talking about myself here. They prey on our desire to live like rich people. I can't afford this kitchen now, but if I can put it on this credit card and refit my kitchen, then I'm going to live like this person who's on TV. No, my friends. When you pay for something on a credit card, even if you're paying it off straight away as well, you are stealing from your future to pay for now. You're saying, basically, I can't wait to pay for this right now. So, but I want it so much. So next month, I'll have more money. So you know what? I'm going to pay with a credit card at that point. But what you're doing is that, money you should have had next payday. The money you should have had next payday to save, to invest on your family, to better your life. No, now you're having to spend to pay for things you used in the past. You're forfeiting it. You're forfeiting that future, that great future that you have for the sake of temporal satisfaction. And I wish, guys, how much I wish that we kind of knew these things, because you have to pay back for what you couldn't control yourself for last month. That's what you're doing. You now have to pay back for things that you couldn't control yourself. Self-control, a lack of self-control. Why is self-control such a rude word in today's society? And this is how you end up tied up to the bankers, end up tied up to the legal system. We're all doing protests saying, the bankers have done this, these systems are oppressive, but we ourselves don't even know We ourselves don't even know that we are putting ourselves in the hands of these users. I had to take a sip there because I'm getting worked up here. But you know what? Let me tell you something. The truth about your appetite is a dirty secret. Your appetite will never be satisfied. Your appetite for rich things, your appetite for nice things will never be satisfied. So unless you learn to control it, if you think, well, I'm going to soothe it this month, it never works out. Most of us end up in crap. You know, you may have self-control, but do you know what you're doing? You're teaching your kids that if they want something, they can just put it on a credit card. You're teaching your kids that if they want something, they can just put it on a credit card and it'll be all right. You know, this is how I lived. There was always something else that I could buy. You know, whenever I got a pay rise at work, I'd always go get a credit card, you know, because I'd be just thinking, I can put more things because I can now afford to pay for it. I'll tell you something stupid that I did once, because credit cards, my friend. Back in the day, as a young man in my 20s, I used to play poker quite a bit. So I won this poker tournament, and I won about 500, 600 quid. You know, good money. I was like, yeah, you know. So I went out. I was 20s. I loved my Xbox back then. So I went out to try and buy an Xbox 360. But when I got to the shop, the Xbox 360 was around 400 quid. And I was like, ooh, I want it for Xbox 360. But then I looked, and there was a PlayStation 3 at the time. And I was like, ooh, I want one of them as well. So I wanted both a PlayStation, and I wanted the Xbox 360. So instead of buying one, because I could afford one in cash, I decided, no, you know what? Because, you know, money is like that. Money makes you do stupid things. I bought the two of them together, and I put the rest of the money on a credit card, saying to myself, you know what? Hey, I'm going to just pay it off all at once, because next month I'll have some more money. I'll pay it off. What a stupid thing to do. This is the pool of money. And unfortunately, credit cards are an enabler. Credit cards, they're like that horrible friend you have who's trying to enable you to take drugs when you're trying to give up drugs. That's what credit cards are towards this mentality of debt. Don't get fooled, guys. Don't get fooled by credit cards. They will be the death of you. You know, have you ever thought about the fact that if you have a credit card, and even if you're paying it off, let's say if you have a credit card, okay, so you take a credit card and you don't pay it off straight away, and they charge you the interest, you know, let's say typical 18% interest, and this is one of the lower credit cards. They charge you that 18% interest. You know, basically you're giving the bank, the store card, or the card company another 18%, basically another fifth of that money, whatever the thing cost. You're giving them another 18% on top for nothing. Just giving away money. Just giving it. Basically, just because you couldn't curb your appetite. Have you ever thought about that? That's stupid. That interest, do you know what it represents, that money? That extra 20% you gave them. It represents extra hours of hard work of your life that you're going to have to do later to pay for today. It represents extra portions of your salary that you're going to have to set aside, to sacrifice, that you haven't even earned yet. You're spending money you haven't even earned yet. This is why there is such a divide of rich and poor people. Because poor people are willing to sell their future, and rich people, no, they understand. They're just going to wait. They'll save money instead. They will only spend it when they've earned way over with that money. So, you know what? I never like to finish Journey to $1 Million without giving some practical steps, guys. Do you know what? Here's some practical solutions and practical steps. Number one, avoid credit cards. Use debit cards instead. It's not going to kill you. Use debit cards instead. I'm starting to do it now. Number two, sit on your buying decisions for a few days. See if you still want that thing. You know what? Chill for a bit. You know, I now go every payday. When I get paid, I will wait a weekend at least after payday. And then I'll see that thing that I wanted to buy on payday. Do I still actually want it? Number three, window shopping is not a good hobby. Find another hobby, not window shopping. And number four, use nice purchases for yourself as rewards for yourself and your family, not just like everyday things. Make it little rewards. So guys, I really hope you enjoy this video and have fun. I'll talk to you later.